equal to the driving style that you're going to be driving in, right? If you're on the highway and you're taking a long distance, make sure the car is on eco mode, so that you know that you're keeping a consistent speed, right? And you're using the least amount of fuel in the interim, right? Or at the same time, right? So just come closer. You've got your electric seats, like I said, right? So it is a 6-way adjustable seat. I can also push it down like that. I can raise it as well, right? You've got your head, your backrest, right, that you can also function here electronically, and you've got lumbar support as well if you just trying to get your back steady, right? I'm gonna jump into the car here, right? So maybe if you can come from the back, right, just so that we have better view there. Right, so the car is currently off, right? I've just put my foot on the brake and it's already giving me a welcome initiation there, right? There's a push to start button on the vehicle, so if I push that button, I've got my cluster on, right? There is no sound in the car because it is an HEV variant, right? So remember, it will integrate interchangeably automatically, right? So depending on the speed that I'm driving at, it will switch between my petrol usage and my battery usage. Remember, you don't have to charge the car, so if it goes on EV, then you know that you are driving basically for free, right? You've got a tab there, right? It shows you exactly what mode you are driving on. So if you're driving on EV, that light will come on, then you know that you're driving on EV, and you can keep a consistent your consistency on the speed that you're driving at, so that you keep the EV light on and you know you're driving for free basically. If that light comes off, the car will automatically change to petrol usage, right? Which basically then means you are using fuel. It's not too much fuel efficient, too much fuel usage that you'll be using on the car, right? So now you've just noticed that the EV light is off and it has started consuming fuel. But because it's an HEV, it is interchangeably switching between the two drivetrains, right? You've got on your infotainment screen here, your home screen, right, which takes you to these tabs that you can basically switch around and do your functions from there. You've got your media settings, which will basically show you your radio settings, your Bluetooth music, USB, because there is a USB port, as well as your local storage. You can store your music in there, you can store your pictures, you can store basically all your media options there that you'd like to integrate in between, right? So if I go back to my home screen, you've got your phone settings there as well, which will basically populate all your phone numbers into the system, right? So because you've got voice command active systems as well, you can just ask the car to call whatever number you have saved on your phone, right? You can change also your local settings, which allows you to connect Bluetooth devices, right, which will all automatically populate there once they have been stored into the vehicle, right? You change your visibility there so that you are able to connect, right? You can change your display as well, right? Decrease and increase your brightness, and the wallpaper settings as well. You can change that to a picture of your family if you need to, right? Which is very nice. Vehicle settings as well, you can basically, will show you what variants are able for you to be able to interchange between the different settings of the car, right? So currently it's showing us new energy, right? That's a new energy setting there. You can tell the car to use the energy recovery intensively, or you can change it to middle or high, right? So that has a direct impact on your fuel consumption on the vehicle, right? So currently it's on low, so which basically means that it will automatically interchange between the HEV mode and your fuel efficiency. If you put it on middle and high as well, it will give you better fuel efficiency, right? Depending on your option there, right? If you want your EV indicator on, which is what I was talking about there, it does assist you to drive better, right? The car does assist you to drive better. So if you are driving, for instance, a long distance drive, right, the car will automatically tell you with the EV that you are on full EV or you are on petrol usage, so that you know to keep a consistent speed, right? If you are going robot to robot as well, you're driving fast, it will also indicate how you should be driving the car, so that you are able to keep the car on EV and you drive basically for free, right? Which is what we all want. With the fuel prices going up, right, these EV modes are very, 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 very economical to be aware of, right? So if you're really looking to save fuel, the HEV model cars is what you should be looking at, right? In here you've got a very nice space compartment right into the car. You've got your cup holders there, and you've got a DHT gearbox, right? So you do get different types of gearboxes on different cars. This one in specific is a DHT gearbox, which means it's a dedicated hybrid transmission, right? It's a 1 gear DHT, which means that the car is only got 1 gear forward, 1 gear backwards. This has a direct impact also on your fuel consumption, right? Because once you start putting your foot on the accelerator, the car starts moving, right? There's no transitions between your gears that usually take up fuel, right? 1 gear forward, 1 gear backwards, which is absolutely amazing. Because on this DHT gearbox, right, it is able to be compatible with your engine capacity power. This car will give you 150 kilowatts of power, right, which is very, very, very good for a small car like this. And you are looking at 310 Newton meters, which basically means that you've got enough power to go up the hills. If you've got a tow bar as well, it's got enough capacity to assist you there.
I think also to add to that note, if you have family that are in the car, normally the cars become sluggish.
Yes,
the car has enough power to pull you through that.
100%. Even if you're going up a hill or you're going down a hill, you know you've got enough power, right? You don't have to use too much fuel to be able to get you up the hill, right? You can still be on your EV mode going up the hill because the car's got enough torque, right? Which is absolutely great. You do have your full Android and Apple CarPlay features on the car. It is a wireless connection, right? So as long as you have your Bluetooth on, your Wi-Fi on, if you're using the Android Auto, you jump onto the car, it automatically goes onto your CarPlay functions. Then you can basically choose your features or go onto your apps from the comfort of the car without touching your phone. Because your phone, actually, you'd want to keep it in the wireless charging pad at the bottom there. If you can just borrow me, let me just show, right? You've got a wireless charging pad there, right? You just put your phone there, it automatically charges. Okay, so I'm gonna show you also on the screen here, you've got a very nice Ultra HD screen, right, that interchanges between your different views, right? So if you tap on the 3D screen, right, you can basically twist the car like that and be able to show your full surroundings on the car. It does work as a nice security function as well, because you are aware of what's happening around the car. So if there's someone trying to do funny stuff around the car, you are able to take note of it, right? You've got your front camera there, and you've got your reverse camera there, right? And then from the bottom of the screen here, you've got a secondary screen. This is just mainly to adjust your air conditioning settings, right? So you've got your fan speed and you've got your temperature as well, right? So if you increase that, it shows you on the screen exactly what temperature you're on, and you can decrease the temperatures as well. You can tap the screen, right, to direct your airflow, right? And then you've also got seat warmers on the front seats, right? So the seats are ventilated with your heating function as well, right? So during winter, we are approaching winter right now, this will come in very handy, just so that it keeps you warm. Very nice functionality there. Okay, you've got a nice 17-inch wheel with aerodynamic rims, right? This also is there to assist you with your fuel efficiency on the car, because it basically gets rid of all the air points that the rim usually takes in, right? So with this aerodynamic rim, right, it minimizes the airflow on your tires. Now, for better fuel consumption, you need to also make sure that your tire pressure on the car is up to standard at all times. The nice thing is that the car does come with a tire pressure monitoring system, which will tell you which tire you need to pay attention on, so that you keep all tires equal at all times with the same pressure across. All right. So you've got reflectors on the car as well to assist you when you're driving, especially on the highway at night. It will reflect the car so that the people driving behind you know that there is an object that they might bump into, right? Also to add on to that safety note, you've got a blind spot detector on your mirror here, right? So if you have a car on your blind spot that you won't be able to see, the car will automatically let you know that there is a car on your blind spot. The light will turn orange, and you know that you need to keep in touch.
Safe test.
Right, and be aware of what's happening around you. So if you've got any questions, please do feel free to ask questions. The floor is open for you to ask any questions from now.
Mondli's number is added to the chat, so if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to save his number and just give him a shout.
100%. My number is on the pin comment, so just go on there and you'll be able to get in touch with me. Otherwise, come to the Chery Northcliff branch, ask for Mondli. I'll be glad to assist you. We are part of the DG Cars group. We keep all types of cars. We've got your new Chery vehicles, we've got used Chery vehicles, and we've got demo model Chery vehicles that you can have a look at and see what works with you, your budget, and your needs. We'll be glad to assist you. All right. Any questions there?
Just give me a
You can show the car.
We've got one question from Kathy. She wants to know how many kilometers can you drive on full EV mode?
Okay, so remember, you don't have an option on the car where you can switch between EV and petrol mode, right? So the car will give you a total range of 1,000 kilometers on a fully charged battery, right? But remember, you don't have to charge the car. It will self-charge itself as you're driving, right? So if you've got a full tank, that tank should give you 1,000 kilometers to drive. So there's you can't really determine that if I'm driving on EV, this is how much I drove. This is the distance that I drove on just EV, because the car will interchange in between.
Great stuff. Kathy also wants to know, does it overheat in heavy traffic?
No, it's not set to overheat at all, right? It's got ventilation on the vehicle, right? So as you're driving, remember it's using a DHT gearbox as well, right? So there's only one gear, the gears. So the car should never overheat, basically.
Please just give me your number live on the live video.
063 641 3449.
I'm going to pin it to the chat again. Just give me a second. 063
641
3449.
So if you know you need to reach me, do give me a call. I'm always available, even after work hours, right? I am able to take your calls. Do give me a shout. Alternatively, the number is also available on WhatsApp. Drop me a text, I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able to.
Great stuff. Last question. Kathy wants to know, at what battery percentage does it switch to petrol?
At what battery percentage does it switch to petrol? Remember, because this is a HEV variant, right? It's not the PHEV variant. It will automatically change in between. So I would say anything driving below 70 kilometers an hour should give you your full EV mode, so that you're not consuming fuel at all. So in-town driving basically should give you full EV. That's if you are driving the car on the right drivetrain mode, right? And you're not exceeding your speed limit of 70 kilometers an hour. Any more questions? Please feel free to ask any questions. Ask your questions. I'm here to assist you. Feel free. All right. I did go over your warranty plans on the car.
What is the installment on this vehicle?
Excuse me?
What are the installments on these vehicles?
Installments vary between each client, right? So depending on the type of client you are at the bank, right? And your credit reports, that will have a direct impact on your installment that you're paying on the vehicle, right? There are deals that we're currently structuring for clients where you get preferential rates from the banks, right? Depending on which bank we approach and the type of deal structure that you choose. So with us here at Chery Northcliff, you are able to determine what type of deal structure you want. So depending on the period that you want to pay, right? Normal term is usually 72 months. If you want to go 60 months, totally up to you. If you want to go 96 months, totally up to you. You can also go 84 months. So the issue of how much installment you'll be paying, you'd have to run an application to determine that.
Great. What is the battery replacement cost?
So remember, the car does come with an unlimited kilometer warranty, right? For 10 years, right? So I would be lying to tell you how much the battery costs to repair, but at this current moment you have full security on that, because we'll take care of whatever costs that you incur in terms of the battery usage if you're using the car correctly. Okay. Please remember to contact me at Chery Northcliff. My name is Mondli, your sales executive, senior sales executive. I'm glad to assist you anytime that you need assistance with your vehicle. If you already own one of these, do take my number as well. If you come across any issues that you need assistance on, I'll be glad to assist you. Remember, it's 063 641 344.